Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Jo and this is Joey Sewy, where we talk about all sorts of sewing-y stuff. And that's definitely what we're doing today. So last time I did a video like this, not everybody got what I was on about. So I want to put a gigantic warning at the start. What I am about to say is about my life and my experience, and is not in any way, shape or form based on somebody else, talking about somebody else, talking about other people, other YouTubers, other anybody. Okay, so if you feel as you watch that it has some resonance with you, I actually hope it's helpful, because that's why I wanted to talk about it. But also, it's not about you. Last time, there were some people who definitely thought I was out to get them. It took me completely by surprise. I felt like I'd been run over by a bus, but that's not what this is. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm kind of glad. I will link the video I'm talking about up below and in the places that we do these things. But shall I tell you what I want to talk about? So, since summer, I've put on a bit of weight. Not a lot, but probably between half a stone and 3/4 of a stone, which is, oh, I don't know in kilos, about 3 kilos. And I was already a little bit heavier than I would love, but I didn't mind, it was okay. But now I am getting really to the point where I am definitely heavier than I'm comfortable with. My job, one of them, I do various things, is a yoga teacher, and so it involves wearing lycra and having people stare at your body, which normally I don't even give a second thought to the size and shape of me, because that's not what it's about, and I do, generally speaking, have a good relationship with my body. I'm lucky, I've never gone through any particular stage where I felt that the things that some people feel about not liking themselves or not feeling acceptable or any of that, I've managed to navigate life thus far without bumping into those things. And even now, when I feel heavier than I'd like to, a lot of me is thinking more long term, like kind of, I want to do something about this so it doesn't keep slipping and slipping and slipping, rather than, oh my goodness, I'm fat, I'm disgusting, and I don't want to be this way. Now that might be a throwaway comment that I make, that's one of these ones that makes people sensitive, but this is the way I talk. I'm going to try and stop filtering myself. So where this relates to sewing is obviously I'm going to do some health things, that I'm going to try and exercise a bit more and eat a bit less, those basic things, which is the only real way I believe that you solve weight loss, in my opinion. But how sewing's been fitting in is, it made me wonder, does sewing your own clothes actually allow you more space to get fat? Now, what I mean by that is, all my clothes fit me really well, and they're really comfortable. And because I sew things quite often, I'm always kind of sewing something to fit me now. And although I keep things in my wardrobe a long time as well, so I do have historical stuff to wear, and that's one of the things that, because I don't get on the scales very much, that's one of the things that made me go, oh, this is a bit tight. And I know for a fact that this fitted me properly because I made it and it fit me when I made it. So I must have changed, or maybe the fabric's changed, but let's be real, I had changed. But yeah, because I sew stuff all the time, and so I'm fitting to the body that I have, which is what is amazing and fantastic and wonderful about sewing. Does that mean that you can slip down a slope of getting bigger without properly noticing? That's the thought that's been going around in my head. Because if you go out to shops, and if that's the way you get your clothes and you do it fairly regularly, frankly, I I hate that experience. It's horrific, and at any time that I do that, I generally come out feeling like there's something wrong with my body, and there isn't. It is that ready-to-wear clothes don't fit me properly. But if I was going to ready-to-wear stores, I would have had to come face to face with the labels, the numbers, the fit being horrible, that fitting room of shame moment where you just don't feel good enough because nothing fits and you come out feeling like a lump, like I've said. I would have had to arguably come face to face with that much sooner than if I'm sewing for myself, and if I hadn't caught myself at this stage, maybe, I don't know. But if I'm sewing for myself and I'm always fitting clothes and my clothes always fit really nicely, I maybe wouldn't have noticed. And that's what I've been wondering about. Does actually having clothes that fit you so well and the skills to do it leave a little bit of a trap open to fall down, of getting larger without realising? What are your thoughts? What do you think? I don't have any answers, to be honest. I do feel like for me, maybe that was happening a little bit, but I'm not going to give up sewing for that. Blimey heck, no way. Definitely not happening. You know, I'm not going to think, well then definitely the right choice is that I go into those ready-to-wear stores and I make myself feel like a heifer on a regular basis, and that will do me good. That's not how it's going to be. But yeah, I just thought I'd put it out there. Those are the little thoughts that have been bobbing around in my head, and I wondered whether you had anything to contribute. I'd love to have a conversation about how you find this, because on the one hand, sewing clothes is brilliant for self-esteem. It is brilliant for looking good in your clothes. It is brilliant for them fitting. And those are all the things that we love and we cherish, and I will not give up. On the other hand, does that mean that you actually can take a step away from your body size? And maybe it does, and maybe that's a great thing. But where do we then get the little checks now and then that maybe we need to be a little bit healthier? Because for me, body size is all about, I want to be healthy. You know, this is the only body I've got. I'm really quite aware of being in middle age now, even if I don't want to admit that. And I don't want to go somewhere that it's going to be really difficult to get back from. So basically, I don't want to get bigger, and then I've never dieted in my life. I don't like the whole concept of diets and the industry around that. I'm not going there. But is there a risk factor in sewing? And I've never heard anyone talk about that before. So it could be it's just me, or it could be that this resonates with you and you'd like to have a conversation in the comments down below. So if it is the latter, then please do have a conversation down below. If it's the former and you're like, I really don't know what you're on about, as long as you can say that positively and not by throwing things at me, I would love to hear your point of view, because my point of view is definitely not the only one with validity. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that interesting, and I am going to be intrigued to hear your points of view in the comment down below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love if you would do so. Here are a couple of videos that I have done recently on my channel that you might enjoy, and I will see you here again very soon.